For FerrisStateBulldogs.com, my name is Harrison Watt, and for the second consecutive season, Ferris State men's basketball is in the NCAA tournament. After a second consecutive GLIAC tournament title, the Bulldogs now turn their focus to the Bellarmine University Knights, who they'll take on in the first round of the NCAA tournament's Midwest region from Kenosha, Wisconsin, at Wisconsin Parkside University. I caught up with the head coach of the Bulldogs, Andy Bronckham, earlier today, and here's what he had to say.
It's been important for us all year, just to have a team concept and a lot of different people that can come off the bench and contribute. So our roles are well defined, and they're not going to change going into the national tournament. So we're going to continue to rely on a lot of different people to bring something to the table and to bring pack a punch off the bench. And our bench has been great for us in this tournament run, but our starters have been good too. Two schools of thought. One, it's a brand new team, a brand new mix of guys. Everything's new, so you just kind of treat it as that. But then you can reach back into your experience and the guys that were there last year. It's the whole second time through. First time kind of you're excited to be there. Second time through, you're more determined to advance. So that's kind of where we're at. But we have a great perspective on things, and we'll give it everything we have each game that we're fortunate enough to be out there. There's just so much involved in a season, and when you go on, that was the first time we had lost 2 games in a row all year, and then it slid to 5. But let's say we didn't turn it around. It doesn't change who our seniors are. They've been great for us in their time here at Ferris. They're great people. They have their priorities are straight in life, and they're growing into young men that we want them to be. So I'm fired up for those guys either way. It's a much nicer story that we've turned around and won, and it's easier for us to be content. But we were prepared either way, and we're proud of our efforts, and I'm proud of those guys. So they get a lot of the blame, as do I, as the head coach when we're not doing well. But certainly when we have success, fingers are pointed at them first. Oh man, I don't know. I was just telling Tia and Coach Anise, just trying to keep up. They set the bar high, and that's just 2 programs. I mean, all the programs here at Ferris and all the coaches, there's so much talent in the office here, and so many people to learn from and steal things from. So it's a pretty exciting atmosphere right now at Ferris State.
Coach Bronckham clearly excited about a second consecutive trip to the NCAA tournament, as well as back-to-back GLIAC tournament titles. I was also able to catch up with senior forward Josh Fleming, and here's what he had to say about their second trip to the NCAA tournament in his Bulldog career. Josh, back in the NCAA tournament for the second consecutive year, how does it feel to be GLIAC champions for the second consecutive year as well?
It feels really good to be GLIAC champions for the second year straight. We never really had any doubt going into the tournament, but it was a very enjoyable journey.
It was a really good Walsh team you guys took on, a team that was the 8th seed in the tournament, a tough team. They were kind of a spoiler, and when you're going into that game against a team that was shooting so well, what's your game plan against a team that's just a great jump shooting team?
The game plan against a team like that is just to weather the storm, not get deflated by the shots that they make, because they make tough shots. I mean, we play tough defense, but sometimes they just make teams like that can just make shots, So the key is just to not get deflated by them hitting tough shots and just stick to the game plan.
Headed out to Kenosha to take on the Bellarmine Knights in the first round of the Midwest Regional, and what kind of challenge does this Bellarmine team present?
We haven't really covered them yet too much, but I watched a little bit of film on them, and plus just the things that I know about them is they're a proud program. They've won the NCAA championship before, so they have a pretty strong tradition there. But I think that I think that we're going to surprise them. I think that we have a lot of weapons that they might not be ready for.
How much do you think you guys can lean on your experience of last year's NCAA tournament? I know it was a short ride out there, but maybe preparation-wise, getting ready for games.
Probably to be maybe just a tad more focused. I mean, we pretty much had the game won last year, but we were on the bitter end of a March Madness experience. So I would say probably just be a little more focused, more game-oriented instead of pleasure-oriented.
Josh, thanks and good luck in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
The Bulldogs are set to tip off with the Bellarmine University Knights from Wisconsin Parkside University at 2:30 p.m. Central Time, 3:30 Eastern. Rob Bentley will have the call on the voice of the Bulldogs, Sunny 97.3. This has been Harrison Watt for FerrisStateBulldogs.com.